It's another day and another old video game. It's Raid on Bungeling Bay. Yes, it's another Bruderbund and Hudson Soft collaboration. Look at that. Copyright Will Wright. Creator SimCity. I know I mentioned the other day that he is a man who makes a lot of games now. He made SimCity after this. He enjoyed Raid on Bungeling Bay so much and wanted to expand on it, so SimCity became a thing. So, what does this have to do with SimCity? I guess we'll find out, you know? Alright. So, what do we do in this game? Well, we start off playing as a helicopter. I don't know what the controls are. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. This is not at all how I expected it. It would control. Up is forward. Down is backwards, and then you shoot. And then you apparently drop bombs. We have what looks like a little compass directing us to... Oh, no, that's just our ship. Okay. Alright, so... Right off the bat here. This is where the SimCity stuff comes into play here. If I am remembering correctly, Will Wright had such a time creating these little backgrounds and backdrops in areas that the game takes place in that he decided he wanted to make a game that everybody could do this in. And so, SimCity was born. But this is not SimCity, this is indeed still Raid on Bungeling Bay. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so I'm not supposed to bomb that. It looked mildly different, so I thought maybe we had to bomb that. We do have to destroy 6 factories, I believe, but I'm not sure. Oh, we almost got annihilated by that. That does not count as a factory. So we have to first find out what the factories even look like. You know, not like any of this. It keeps pointing us to our ship, and I'm imagining we'll have to go back there at some point. I'm not sure why at the moment. Yeah, okay. I believe that that's just to exit the level once you've dominated everything else that you have to dominate. You can really go soaring in this game. Ooh, look at that. You can get a lot of speed picked up, is what I'm telling you. I still have not found any of the factories, unless these are the factories, and I'm just not properly destroying them. Yeah, you'd think that a well-placed bomb like that would get rid of it for life. Yes, for life! Just get rid of it temporarily. It doesn't control terribly. As you know, you occasionally get a little quick, and you gotta figure out, okay, when am I gonna stop myself here to survive? We also have D, and I'm not sure what D is. So, admittedly, maybe should have done a tiny bit more research on this game, because right now I'm just kind of flying around in my helicopter doing, God knows what. But it's a reasonable helicopter, you know? And it looks like the game map does loop, from what I can gather. It's not just one gigantic map, but rather a looping, round Earth. Sorry, Flat Earthers, not today. Okay, B is 0, F is still 6, D is 8. That's all I'm sure pertinent information. But at this moment in time, I don't know what to do with it. I know I can shoot tanks, and that's a lot of fun. You can, you know, get some points by shooting tanks. Ah, B is bombs, and you gotta... Okay, no. Should have figured that immediately. I assume we can restock bombs back at home base. You'd want to think. Yeah, there we go. We were able to stop and get some more bombs. And our D went down to 0. So admittedly, I'm a little bit lost. But we do have bombs again, so Let's try to figure out what the factories are. You know, part of me still swears that they've got to be these glowing buildings because, you know, they're pretty out there. And yet, that we do not get any kind of reward for bombing it. Oh, I apologize. I have to pause recording for a moment. And for you, it was like no time passed at all, except it now shows my controller as being disconnected. But yeah, I had to pause to take care of some things, knock at the door. Friend showed up for just a little bit here, so come on. You gonna... There we go. Controller tracker's back on. And I also took the opportunity while I was paused to witness the official instruction manual for Raid on Bungeling Bay. And I may have to actually reset it. I think it got a little... You know what? I may have to completely reopen RetroArch, actually. It's the whole, you know, gamepad disconnecting in the middle of a game, and then it doesn't know how to see it again. It happens. It's okay, though. We didn't make any progress, and I did learn some things about the game. So, here we go. Back in it. Game A. I know what everything means now. The factories, you do have to bomb them, but they take multiple bombs. Go figure. There wasn't a whole lot that made that apparent, admittedly. So there are times where you'll have to definitely restock on your bombs. Okay, no factories here. Fair enough. The D, that is your damage. Yes, this is actually an incredible little game where you can take multiple hits of damage, which is a fantastic thing. Now we just park right over here, and we just start bombing the crap out of this factory. There we go, and it's gone. Look at that. It does work. It does work. So now we're gonna refill our bomb counter because you can't do much with 2 bombs. You may as well, you know, just go back and spruce yourself up while you're there. Alright, back up to 9 bombs. Then we can take back off. I think I gotta press B to take off. That's just an assessment, but it could be a correct assessment, you know? Not every assessment I make is incorrect. Alright. Could be around here somewhere. Anything to destroy here? Oh, I got a tank to destroy. May as well while it's here. Defense turrets. And you do some more bombing. Now, admittedly, the whole sitting here and bombing multiple times in a row is not the most exciting thing that you've ever witnessed. That one took quite a few bombs, actually. I did read that the amount of bombs that it takes to destroy factories does vary, and I think can actually scale as well, which is something else. You know, scaling difficulty in an NES game? I don't think so. Not on my Christian server. There we go. Kind of difficult to land again. I don't know if difficult's the right word. I should say it requires a little bit of precision. Oh! Oh no! Look at this. They're raiding us. We're supposed to be raiding you. Okay, so I also read about this. You do have to defend the aircraft carrier. There we go. Destroyed one of them. You can get those alerts when you're just out and about doing your own thing, too. So, oh yeah, the game is proactively trying to erase you from existence. There we go. Get ourselves back to the position where we can just drop some nifty little bombs. That hit me for quite a bit of damage, can't lie. Oh, triple digits ain't good. That's the one thing I know. Oh no, we did. Okay, we got completely shot out of the air. Okay. Hey, that's actually a kind of panic-filled way of getting shot out of the sky, though. Screen went red. Your control over the helicopter just completely goes out the window. Fair play. All right, now let's finish what we started here. Seven right there. Special. Don't know what it means. I read up enough just to get, you know, the basics figured out. Okay, well, bad time to try to restock, I suppose. You know, now that they've scrambled the fighters. There we go. It's safe. It's all peaceful again. Let me just bomb my own aircraft carrier. Can you, oh, okay. There we go. We are refueled, restocked, ready to go. Start your engines back up, my boy. You got more factories to annihilate. And, you know, if I had to be a gambling man, I would say that this is probably the entirety of the game. Running around, little generated maps. I don't think that these are randomly generated. I think that these were all handmade levels, but I could be wrong about that. All I know is Will Wright sure loved how they looked and thought, I need a game just about that. Really? Okay. That was not enough bombs to take down that factory. That'll happen every so often. Happens in real life, too. You pack up all your bombs for summer school. That sounded wrong. That sounded wrong. I did not try to make this a bomb threat joke. I just went one direction. It was supposed to be something much more, how do I put it? Not murdery. I've made a huge mistake. It's just, trying to find the nice summer fun in bombs, and then realized, oh no, schools have been shut down for less. There we go. Just a couple more bombs right there. May as well stock up on a couple more, since we're gonna pass by it anyway, right? And maybe we're getting a little too stock hungry, you know? Maybe we're spending too much time. Hey, get out of here, patrol boat. Nobody invited you. Come on now. Stick the landing. Stick the landing, my guy. There we go. You hit A once you're kind of on that back portion, and you're good. You wait for your rotor to stop, and then... Yeah. Or you just spam B, and then it'll start up again, you know? What do we got over here? Oh, look. Another little boat. When in doubt, shoot it, because there's nothing else to do. It is kind of interesting in that it's a, for lack of a better term, an open world shmup. About as open world as you get for an older NES game. Or any NES game for that matter. And of course it's not open world either, it's just a sprawling level. Okay, well, yeah, we do have to go back down to the carrier, save it from these horrible bombers who are trying to ruin our entire life. Yeah, look at that, look at that! Who said you could bomb? It's a one-way street. I destroy everything. You sit back and relax while I do the destroying. Except, they're kind of hard to hit. Not gonna pretend they aren't. We do only need to destroy 2 more factories, though. So that's kind of nice. Now, what I don't know is, are they like legitimately factories scattered throughout the level? Okay. You guys need to go. These jets are not all right. There we go. Got one. Can we get the other? Hey! There we go. That's good. Yeah, now I don't know if there are just, like, genuinely a bunch of different factories all over the place, or if they, like, respawn or what. I don't know. I don't even really know how to tell you what I'm thinking. Oh, God. Okay. It's bad. It's bad. You may be able to take some heat, but not a lot. Whew. It is real hot in my basement. Okay, it's no big deal. We have started the game under fire. We have resumed taking up one of our much-needed extra lives, and we are immediately disrespected by the jet crew. It's all right. What have the Jets ever won? That's a dig on whatever sports team called the Jets will most offend you. But there are no New York Jets fans, so it's fine. Just like how there are no Los Angeles Chargers fans, you know? They had to make Hard Knocks this year about two different teams because they knew the Chargers alone wouldn't get any viewership. Oh, I'm sorry. The Chargers don't deserve that. The Chargers are actually an okay football team generally. Granted, they're going to be missing Daddy Rivers this year, aren't they? Unless I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure he is. I don't know if he's entirely done with football or if he's just done with the Chargers. But I thought I read something about Phillip Rivers no longer being in the picture. All right. Well, the Jets are getting a little happy, a little thrilled to be here. I'm just trying to destroy some factories, my dudes. Just, you know, chill. The defense turrets are respawning at an annoying rate. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. We can't stick around. We can't stick around here. The sea is red with the blood of my helicopter. Helicopters do bleed. I'd like to make you all aware of that social issue. There we go. But we're all repaired. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Alrighty. Back to where we were. Please, just let me bomb the crap out of your factories. We didn't have enough bombs to get the job done. That's all right. We'll try again. You know. This is maybe the point where the raid on Bungeling Bay becomes. Well, I shouldn't say becomes not an instant classic because I don't think it ever was an instant classic. You know, it's one of those interesting little games that holds a kind of special place in history. But again, you don't hear people talk about it very often. It's not the belle of the ball. It's the belle of somebody's ball, I'm sure, you know. You'll be able to find a super fan of just about any video game that exists. Can you please... There we go. Just land. Landing is a little complicated. I don't know about complicated. I don't know if that's the right term. But it is for sure awkward. Can we just, destroy the satellite? It doesn't matter. Nothing of it. None of it matters. It's fine. We'll just bomb this and hope that the Jets don't find us again. Hey, there we go. Now the world is filled with darkness, apparently. I don't know, some interesting aesthetic choices. The constant palette swaps are a little odd, but not offensive. We have one factory left on this level, and boy, I'd be happy if I could at least beat a level of Raid on Bungeling Bay. These are not short levels either, by the way. I've been at this for longer than you'd expect for a game of its type. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Dogfighting is kind of the low point of the game, I'd have to say. It's very difficult to aim your shots in a way that will actually be conducive to some kind of victory state for you. But it is possible. I think that's it. I think they're all gone. Okay. Let's just hop over this direction here. Got any factories for me, boys? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just get rid of these before they can even take off, you know? That's your best bet right there. Oh, God. Yeah. Just get rid of them. Just get rid of them. Jets are unneeded in my life. I would love to find the last factory, which kind of answers my question, saying that, yeah, the factories definitely don't just respawn in places. You do just have to find the unique factories, which can result in, of course, a little bit of a game of hide and seek, which I'm at the moment losing. If you didn't think it was possible to lose hide and seek, well, I put you in your place. I have owned you, but in a way that I still lose. Alright. Just clear out. Get out of here. Nobody's impressed by your bombing runs. Nobody is quivering in fear, least of all myself. I'm quivering with mild annoyance, and that's about it. We got tanks on this island, we got jets all over, but I don't see any factories here. Presumably whatever was here at one point is long gone. Come on. Come on, boy. Oh, we actually took a hit. Okay, well. I just really wanted to destroy that particular satellite for some reason, you know? Every now and then you just get a sense of bloodlust that you cannot explain. You're just like, that has to die. No reason, just has to. Those moments where your brain says you have to do something, and you ask why, and it just says, you just gotta, man. Now, fortunately, once we find the factory, we'll be able to get back and forth from the carrier relatively easily, because we actually know where the carrier is now in relation to this factory. And now we know that we have to go back to the carrier anyway. Look at this, what a big old island. They got all sorts of fun here. Oh, okay. Is the carrier alive? Where is it? Maybe I don't know exactly where the carrier is in relation to it. That was more of a trip than I had anticipated. Leave my aircraft carrier alone. I know it's like the easiest thing to find in a game of Battleship, but I need it. I don't know if that guy's gonna come back for another swipe or if he was just I think he was just kind of a tourist. Yeah. Give me more bombs. And then let's see if I can find my way back to the to the factory I was trying to destroy. It would be nice if there was like a secondary compass that triggered to show you where the factories are, or at the very least, you know, like the last factory. I'm not asking for much. Oh, wait. If I go straight down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there it is. I was able to find it, actually. Okay. Remarkable. Assuming this is the same factory, which it would have to be, because, you know, there's only one left. Hey! Does that mean we get to escape from this horrific place? I was so worried that I got shot down there, because I saw my helicopter wiggle a little. Yeah, complete. Look at that. We did it. Round 2. Great. Now I noticed there is a game B. I have no idea if that is an actual change in gameplay or if it's just the typical NES. Congratulations, you're back. Can you like... Yeah, thank you. Well, they have woken up super early this time. Their bombers are out for blood. No doubt about it. I am glad that I was able to at least, you know, beat one round. It's kind of an exhausting game, you know? There we go. One factory down. 800 to go. Thank you. Give me more bombs, Captain. Only so much you can talk about, you know? Shooting things, you're bombing things. That's about it. What else is on the radar? What else is going on? What's going on with you? Any good video games you've been playing lately? Anything that's been just so great that you feel like you just gotta share it out with the world? It's a great place to do that. I am a thorough lover of the art of video games. Whatever you've been playing, chances are I will not trash talk you for it. It's something that people are used to saying, oh, that's not very good, why are you wasting your time with that? Chances are I'll be like, hey, are you having fun with it? Then that's fantastic. I'm really glad that you were able to find a game that you're having fun with. Not like it's hard, you know. I know, I've said it before, most video games I play, I can at least have some fun with. Come on now. There we go. You know, I'm on that home stretch in Ghost of Tsushima, final act. I've nearly maxed out the level cap. And then I get to decide what I'm gonna do next. I do still have a Fallout 3 run on my 360, but I am looking, oh, this is bad. We're still alive, but it's not great. I'm still looking to get a better 360 controller than the one that I have. The one I have is admittedly pretty drifty on the joystick. Makes 360 games not horribly fun and kind of a chore to try to beat, but that's okay. It's not a rush. I've got so many other consoles to play and so many other things to play that even if I don't get a new 360 controller in like 4 months, I probably won't even notice, honestly. Some people might be like, why don't you just play it on your 360? And I mean, play it on your Xbox One. And I'd say, hey, because not every game is compatible on the Xbox One. It's my biggest, well, and I shouldn't even say beef because I already own all the consoles, but the PS4 and the Xbox, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are all like, play all your games with an asterisk, and it's like, play most games. They're probably all, most of them are going to work. And I'm like, well, I want to know which ones aren't going to work. Even if it's something like Madagascar 2 that doesn't work, you know, I still want to know about it. You never know when I might just get the hankering to play Madagascar 2. I don't know if there ever was a Madagascar 2 video game or movie, but, you know, it's... My point is, it's the kind of shovelware license trash that nobody is really going to be that excited about. But maybe I am, you know? Like, people were talking about how the Xbox One had some original Xbox like compatibility now, some backwards compatibility, and I was like, oh sweet, and like half the Xbox games I own aren't included in that, so I don't know, it's hard to get excited about a feature like that when it's not all encompassing. And I know that that's kind of an absolute all or nothing kind of demand, you know. It's the kind of thing where it's like, oh wow, you didn't get $500 for your birthday, you only got 100, and you're gonna complain about it? Wow, what a trash human being you are. And I'd say, hey, it ain't like that, it ain't like that. Don't ask me why, it's just not. So, I probably could have tried to get some bombs off on that factory, but I don't like when the seas are red with my blood, so I'm just going to not risk that. I know, no guts, no glory. I've said it before. Alright, well, we gotta immediately turn right back around. Yeah, I'm not gonna call this a great game. But I'm not gonna be so brash as to say that it's the worst game either. Obviously. There are very few games that I would grant the title of worst ever. Raid on Bungeling Bay ain't one of them. Like I'd have the gall to imply that Raid on Bungeling Bay is even controversial enough to be in the discussion. I do feel like the kind of beefy factories exist for the sole purpose of chewing up your time, which is, again, hardly new. Especially where the NES is confirmed. But, what is it that they say? It be what it be. That's the classic saying. Let's hope I don't, like, somehow miss some of these bombs. Like, am I actually hitting it right now? I don't know. Because there's not a whole lot of feedback. I did hit it, though. Oh, no! I took so much damage, though. We're going down. We still haven't lost all our lives, though, so that's something. Look at that, we still got a life left. And depending on how this game works, we could go down to level 0 and wind up having, like, 2 lives left. I don't know. It's always been the most mildly confusing thing in video games, is when it's like... So, when you say 1 life left, do you mean, like, I get to die once more, or do you mean this is my last life? Because those are two very, very different things, and they're both pretty prominent. Yeah, just repair me before I go back out, man. How about that? I know. It's hard when I'm not very good at landing, but you guys can just shoot someone up here. Do the whole human cannonball act. Gosh, you've already taken a sizable hit. Get the whole human cannonball act. You know, launch him up to my plane, have him repair me while I'm hovering over the base in midair. It'll be a whole thing. Yo, we got an alert! It's alright, I destroyed one of their boats, you know? What are we gonna do about that? No! Get the cruise missile away from me! Okay, we did not run it! I was here thinking that I was about to outrun that missile, and then it's just like, no. I'm gonna chase you until the ends of the earth, my boy! Oh gosh, and you cannot turn very well either. Which makes the dog fighting, you know, even more. This is mildly aggravating. But if mildly aggravating is the worst thing I have to say, that's not too bad, you know? Oh no, mildly aggravating. Well, I wasted a bomb there, you know, that's my own fault. You don't talk about things being my fault, I'm infallible. I'm the content creator here, like I've ever done anything wrong. What do you peasant consumers do with your life? Work? Make a living? Paltry. How those, like, barely do any damage, and then the jets just, like, annihilate you. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the end of the line. We've been officially duped. I don't think there's any way to make it back from that either. It's just kind of a last moment of panic to make you realize that your entire life is crashing down. We do get one more life. So, see? Right there! When you have 1 life left, they actually mean you have 2 lives left. I think. I don't even want to argue the verbiage on that because it's such a gray area when it comes to grammar morals. Got any weapons factories here on this little island here? I mean, it's kind of a big island, you know. Wouldn't be surprised if you were stashing away a nice little weapons factory somewhere, you bitches. You know, between having to run back to the aircraft carrier for more bombs and having to run back to the aircraft carrier just to make sure that it doesn't get pulverized, you're left with remarkably little time to actually find your factories because you're constantly getting recalled back to where you started. How long until they just destroy the aircraft carrier, and I have to just admit that it was a failed mission? Oh no, it is destroyed! Sunk! You're allowed to continue playing, just like, good luck getting literally anything done. Oh no. This is a fate worse than death. You know, it's like you've been sent to float in space for all eternity and be kept alive, your own immortality being used against you. I'm trying to remember who that was in JoJo. It wasn't Cars or AC/DC, was it? It was the other guy. How could I forget his name? Unless it was AC/DC. I don't know, man. Lots of names to remember in that show, because, you know, every season may as well be a completely different show. Watch me name, like, literally the only Pillarman that it wasn't. Hey. Is it still following us? It is still following us! Good God! The most persistent missiles you've ever seen. Okay, they do eventually back off, but man. So we can't even find these last factories, and once we do, we won't have any more bombs. We won't even be able to stop it. At this point, I'm just, you know, hanging on for dear life, trying to, pretend that I'm worth anything. I'm like, yeah, can I just cross that 1,000,000 point threshold just by, destroying little no-name goons? Probably not. Hey, there we go. A factory that I don't have enough bombs to handle. It's alright, we've been shot down anyway. We've been finally saved from our fate. We couldn't even hit 1,000,000 points. What a disaster, right? Game over. You know, it's fine. Let's check out Game B. It's probably going to be approximately the same thing, right? Come on. Yeah, start your engines. There we go. Well, you see, in Game B, when you die in the game, you die in real life. Oh, look at that, 69 damage. Brutal. How will we ever recover? Well, at least we got that factory. We're in dire straits ourselves, you know, looking a little worse for wear. Seeing red everywhere we go. Because that's what happens when you're warring with other nations on the Red Sea. What is Bungeling Bay? And is it really pronounced Bungeling Bay? The way that it's written, my mind keeps parsing it as Bungeling Bay, because if you do like B-U-N-G-E, that would imply a, you know, kind of a G sound, and that's how it's spelled. So, you know, I'm on Team Bungeling. I don't know about you. If you have enough capacity in your heart to care about the Bungeling versus Bungeling debate, then congratulations, you're just as odd a duck as I am. Right out the gates, I cannot find any difference between Game A and Game B. This doesn't seem any more difficult, honestly. By all means, it's been actually pretty quiet. It's been nice for a change. Oh, what's that? You're gonna try to hit me with that? You're gonna try to hit me with your little cute missile thing? Oh, too bad I evaded. Alright, now we got problems. Now we're running into big issues. Big ol' issues of Newsweek going on right here. Come on. If we had the power to turn at all! There we go. We did actually finally take him down. You know what? I want the cut of this guy's jib. I'm just gonna shoot that thing down. Warning. What does warning mean? I don't like it. There we go. Exciting. Exciting stuff. I know I'm sounding just a little facetious right now, and I do apologize for that. You know, I do prefer to keep everything to be a relatively enjoyable and fun-loving profile. But, you know, when you're going up against Lode Runner, it's a rough uphill battle. Maybe that's part of the problem, you know. That Brooder Bund Hudson Lode Runner combo set my expectations so high for any future Brooder Bund Hudson collaborations that I came in here expecting a modern masterpiece. And to be fair, it is a unique little game for the time. If you were to release this now as like an indie game on Steam, well, it would obviously sell not at all, pretty much. Excuse me, did you see that spawn camping? Alright, I was gonna say that missile just kind of ran off into its own little... Oh, Wonder World. Okay, we gotta get out of here before we die to death. Oh, limp our way back to the carrier. The carrier's still in one piece, so that's good. That's a positive. We still have all our lives, so that's kind of nice. Okay. Can we actually bomb this factory, ever? Or can we just... We're just gonna keep getting hit by everything else that exists here. Oh my god, it's spawning so fast. Why? You know, that's when you just hope that that plane doesn't shoot you. And oh my good lord, it didn't. See, now that's a genuine surprise to me. I was expecting to get absolutely massacred by something there and then go down in a blaze of glory and then realize, ooh, I'm dead. Okay. You wanna fight? You wanna fight? I mean, it's pretty clear that he does because he's literally trying to bomb my only ally in this godforsaken bay. Good thing we got nothing but factories to keep us company here. I think those radars actually do have a gameplay purpose besides us being shootable. If my skimming of the manual means anything, but I could also just be blatantly wrong. How about you don't? Yeah, what if you didn't? That's my hypothetical of the day, is what if you didn't? Well, we can take one more hit point of damage. If we make it out alive, I'm going to feel like the greatest pilot that ever was. I'm going to feel super prepared for Top Gun in the future. I feel like that factory is going to be kind of a pain to find again. Maybe not that much of a pain. We'll see. Hey, guys. Repairs? The bombs will be fine, too, but honestly, at this point, the bombs are kind of secondary. Yeah, you really got to be in a a specific location to really touch down and land. Yeah, destroying all kinds of stuff, or at least, you know, dreaming of destroying stuff. And the bombing run has started again. What a chaotic little game. And now I'm dead. Now I'm... Jesus! Okay, I think game type B is actually a little bit harder. I mean, look at that insanity. Woo! Absolutely outrageous. I mean, I know we got a bunch of lives left, but they can go fast. They are. What do you mean, sunk? I wasn't even alive to defend it. Alright, I call shenanigans on that specifically. Bungeling Bay, no longer my friend. That's the kind of thing that occurs that really just kind of sours you on a game, you know? When you've got kind of an unavoidable failure state like that. I mean, the second that I saw I was under attack, I started rushing back to base. You saw me. So what now? The fact that they let you continue playing seems pointless. It's like, yeah, you know, go for it. Have a laugh. Just try to survive. We dare you. Now, this has me believe that if I were to die right now, would the carrier still be gone? Like, is it just gone forever? Can you have you just failed the game and it doesn't even have the common decency to tell you game over? That's a classless move, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I understand. This was the Wild West of video game development. Except not really. That was the Atari 2600. That's when stuff was just really, you know, anything goes. And the whole industry paid for it. You know, we're taking hits, but it doesn't matter at this point. There's nothing that we can do to beat the level anyway. You know, we can just, ooh, get super cute with our missile dodging. That's all this is at this point. It's dogfighting practice. You just find a bunch of jets, you start to carouse with them for a bit, say, "Sir, would you enjoy a pint with me?" And they say, "I don't drink." And you say, "Oh, come on, have some fun." And then they say, "My father was an abusive drunk." And you go, "Oh, well, sorry for harshing the mood for everybody here this evening." Alright, so let's see. Will our carrier be back or not? Well, okay, no. It does just game over at that point. It forces you to dig your own grave before you game over. Wow, that's one of the most insulting things I've seen on this entire series so far. This is my I don't care pose, by the way, when I'm just like leaned way back like this and my mic is just right in front of my face. This is when I'm tapped out, man. For all I know, my voice is just so loud through this mic right now that's just horrifically clipping. I don't know. I can't hear it live. You gotta tell me that kind of stuff. If there's a quality issue with anything such as the production side of the stream, you gotta tell me, because I do not go back and watch my videos. Maybe you could say, "Oh, it's good to do that because you can evaluate yourself," and I'd say, "Yeah, maybe." But, I am my worst critic. Either I hate the things that I do right, or I don't notice the things that I do wrong. So, it's up to you. If there's something that has to improve, be the first to tell me. Maybe I should say this in the first, like, minute of the episode, because most people do not watch this far in, and I don't blame anybody for that. I'm not saying that as a, like, oh, shame on the people who click these videos, they don't watch 48 minutes of it. How dare you? Far be it from me to imply anything of that crass nature. It's more of a, what are you doing, man? You're giving out these PSAs well past the average viewer's expiration date. The average viewer who could be giving you the very feedback that you are requesting. You don't put the NordVPN advertisement at the end. You put it at the start. Make the sponsors happy. Guess what? You are your own sponsor. Now go plug some Raid Shadow Legends. Don't you think I wouldn't? If there's money in it, I'll plug anything. Well, okay, maybe not literally anything. You probably won't see me running any Goya Beans advertisements. It's the bean of the alt-right. Oh, you got political again. Whoa, what a silly goose. You don't say that kind of stuff in entertainment videos. Some people will be mad, and then I look at you and I say, hey, the people who would be mad at that, I don't care if they watch me or not anyway, because I'm not very fond of those ideologies. Got 'em. Anyway. Wow, way to just waste a bomb immediately. Good job. Again, you know, I've kind of tapped out this game. It's not one that I would immediately rush to eBay and go and get a cartridge of. Would I own it one day? Oh, well, sure, you know. If I were given an unlimited amount of time and an unlimited amount of funding, yeah, I'd buy every single game I could. I'd want a museum. I would finish what Classic Game Room started, and then they decided, well, they being, you know, what's his name, Mark? And he was like, no. Friendship ended with video games. Now comic books are my best friend. Which, hey, you know, that's fine. I see a bit of ire on Classic Game Room videos. Past ones, obviously, since they're not made anymore. They're all like, oh, why do you have to quit? No one wants this content. And it's like, well, hey, you know, maybe he got burned out. That's a thing that can, in fact, happen. Burnout is real, even in something like playing video games for a living. Anything that becomes a job can have the capacity to eventually lose its luster. See that happen with a lot of streamers, and then when people are like, wow, it's not even a job, you don't even have to do anything, you don't even have to work, and you're tired of it, it's like, anybody who says it's not work has never attempted it. That's why I make YouTube videos. I am not the kind of person to talk because I am not making a living off of it. Far be it from me to make such a absurd claim. But what I was gonna get at is, I have tried streaming before, and it is actually kind of exhausting in its own way. You know, you gotta make sure that you're staying up with the trends. You gotta play stuff that people are actually gonna watch. You gotta keep interacting with chat the whole time. Well, I mean, if you want people to keep watching, unless you're at the point where you're so huge that chat is literally impossible to interact with, in which case, you know, clearly that advice is completely irrelevant at this point for you because you're already at a place far more than me, but, you know, just speaking at a basic level, if you're a mortal streamer, a streamer who can in fact bleed, then yeah, you gotta stay engaged at all times, and you gotta keep your viewers happy. I know, I'm not trying to shame viewers or anything at all. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, those fickle viewers, they'll stop watching you just because you don't play what they want you to. It's like, obviously. I watch a streamer on Twitch who plays a lot of Mahjong Soul, because honestly, I really enjoy watching Mahjong, and watching somebody half decent at it, it can improve your game too. When they're not playing Mahjong Soul, I tend to not watch them. And you could say, wow, you're being fickle. I'm like, maybe, but, you know, there's a lot of other things that I enjoy too. You know, there's no sense in dedicating all of your time and effort into just one content creator, I don't think. And maybe that is counterproductive of me to say as an aspiring content creator myself. You know, you'd say like, oh, so what you're saying is you don't want anyone to watch your videos. And I'd say, wow, what a stretch. What a stretch you have made. Like an old school Stretch Armstrong toy. There's a reference to an old toy that nobody asked for. Okay. Gotta clear out the rabble. They have finally scrambled the fighters. I don't know where these last two factories are. They hide them pretty well, admittedly. Just bomb ourselves while we're on the runway real quick, you know. We are a massive helicopter when it comes to the size of that aircraft carrier and the size of us. Hello, factory? Oh, understandable. Have a nice day. about on this big ol' island? This island looks large enough to harbor a weapons factory, wouldn't you say? Well, I would say, and yet there's not one here. Perhaps it's an island I have already raided. You know, when they tell you to raid everything on Bungeling Bay, you're like, everything? Do you know how big Bungeling Bay is, man? This map is larger than the map for the hit PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 game Fuel. Wasn't that much of a hit, actually. Which is kind of a shame, because it really is kind of an interesting game. If you've never heard of it, Fuel is a post-apocalyptic, I guess, racing game. It takes place in an absolutely massive open-world map. Although, having played it, I do think that the map is comically oversized compared to how little of it is actually used for racing. Like, I think they just wanted to make a giant open world for the sake of saying we have a giant open world. What are you gonna do about it? Which, hey, you know, it's a certain respect that I can dedicate to that, you know. Hey, another factory. What a concept. I said, yep. What a concept. I could bomb a factory myself. Sort of that way too low. I cannot hit lower notes. I've always been in that awkward vocal range where I'm too high to really be a baritone, but I'm too low to really be a tenor. Which I guess just means I have a garbage vocal range. But maybe that's for the best, you know? It means you don't have to listen to me sing all the time here. And yeah, I know I'm practically hanging off frame here. Out of frame, rather. That's the word. But, you know, I'm just vibing at this point. If I can't vibe to my own content while I'm making it, how do I expect anybody else to vibe to it, you know? I'd say something about a vibe check, but admittedly I've never actually known what that means. Okay, one factory left. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you straight up, it's probably more likely that we run out of time before we track down and destroy this factory, because again, this game, it's surprisingly lengthy, and by that I mean you're just kind of meandering a lot of the time. I do kind of like the scorched earth appearance once you are down to one factory left, though. That's kind of cute. So we'll just, you know, shoot a boat. See if there's anything up here that catches our fancy. So far, you know, nothing much. Just kind of your everyday island. Your everyday island full of military installations, but no weapons factories. It's alright. I get it. I get it. We can't all be a weapons factory every day of our lives. You need some time off every now and then for yourself. You need some time to say, maybe I want to produce love instead of death. I guess you could say produce life, which really all that means is you'd rather play Leisure Suit Larry, if you know what I'm saying. Get it? It's because it's full of the sex word. Haha. Very, very funny, very highbrow humor in Leisure Suit Larry. I remember seeing magazine ads for Leisure Suit Larry, and you know, as a pubescent child, you see like some kind of poorly done 3D CGI pieces of the female anatomy, and you go, oh ho ho ho! What gem have I found here? Truly, this is some high caliber smut indeed. Yeah, yep. Y'all remember those? If you ever had like, oh, OPM had a lot of them. I mean, official PlayStation magazine. Pretty sure like older issues of Game Informer would have had it. Nintendo Power, not so much, because you know, Nintendo, even at their edgiest of times. Actually, I guess now is their edgiest of times. They're allowing full-blown like dojins now. Pretty much, but even back in like the GameCube, and they were still pretty family friendly, but still had the occasional like Eternal Darkness and whatnot, stuff like that. They had a couple. slightly racier ads every so often, but it was not common. Definitely more of an OPM thing. Or PSM, I think was another one, PlayStation Magazine. That's time. Oh, let me have to get myself to a more presentable pose here, I suppose. Pose. So yeah, that's right on Bungeling Bay. Yeah, compared to Load Runner, not a high point. Not a high point at all. It's just a little slow. It drags on, and shooting things down is kind of more of a pain than it is fun. Kind of a shame, you know. I kind of saw some screenshots of it. And I thought, oh, that looks like it could be kind of interesting, but turns out it's not all that. So tomorrow we get to follow up a not all that Bruderbund published game with a Data East published game, because we've had such a great track record with Data East so far, right? What have we had? We got Tag Team Wrestling from them. We got Karate Champ from them. We got Burger Time from them. Oh yeah, and tomorrow we get Ring King. So yes, it's another combat sports game from Data East. I expect nothing, so I hope it's actually kind of fun, because I'll be beside myself if it isn't. And by beside myself, I mean whatever. We'll just power through an hour of Ring King. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. We will see you tomorrow for Ring King, I certainly hope. Yeah. Thank you.